can't tell from the video's title, this is going to be about the shotgun approach to treating something. I'm going to get a lot of hate for it, and I don't care. But let's talk about one of the biggest proponents of this ancient wisdom, probably Hopi miracle cancer treatment, or treatment for whatever ails you, for skin treatments. Please understand that the expression skin deep means something here. We're going to talk about a certain person that you'll find accidentally if you find this video. 1981, claims to be into designer foods, alternative medicine, and alternative nutrition products. What that means is non-regulated, non-FDA controlled, skirting the law, avoiding having to be held under the rules of safe, effective, and making claims that can be confirmed. Half-truther medicine here. 1984, founded a multi-level marketing company that got renamed. 1990, felony conviction for some form of counterfeiting. I'll try to find the links to this, but this is getting funny. 1995, started another company under the alias James Carr, with 2 R's. Since this is an alias, and it's a generic name used to avoid being caught for previous activities or being associated with it, common behavior, that's not the person's legal name, so you can't flag this video as a personal issue because that was an alias you created, so you wouldn't get caught. Lost $10 million in 1996 due to a libel suit and a default judgment to Kevin Trudeau, apparently due to some book or some claims on the net. It's mixed metaphors here, that is now claimed to be, quote, banned in the USA, simply because having the book available continually repeats the libel. So you would have to retract your statements because they were libelous. Bolus. So anyway, filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy personally due to this $10 million judgment. Then there was a class action lawsuit in 1996 as well against the MLM, alternative medicine, nutrition, who's a what's-its. 1999, decided to cite the FDA and USDA in support of GMOs and then back down. Doesn't like the EPA, USDA, or FDA at all when they make a judgment against this person, but we'll see that in a second. 2003, this MLM, not a scam, had to file for bankruptcy finally, proving once and for all that no matter how obvious and how screwed up it is, if you want a business that will literally just not die, start a pyramid scheme. Yes, that's what an MLM is. No, you can't flag this video for me saying that, because I'm not saying it about you specifically, whoever you are that wants to hit the flag it button, you little flaggets. Next. 2003, coincidentally got raided and pled guilty to charges that he defrauded customers. 33 months in prison was the judgment after pleading guilty in 2004, only to defrauding customers and violating FDA regulations, which at one time he cited, and weapons possession by a felon, because at that point this person was a felon due to apparently this counterfeiting thing in 1990, or other things, who knows what else. 3 years probation was the decision in 2006, and restrictions against possession of firearms or manufacture of non-FDA approved materials. Now at this point we're at 2006 and this person has been a felon a couple of times, and the decision is to do probation on someone who violated FDA rules and was agreeing never to do them again. On my honor, I'll never do it, Your Honor. Pro tip to all lawyers and judges: just throw them in the slammer for the maximum you can get away with and shut the hell up. They're not going to stop doing something. Stop giving them rich men. Oh, that's right, he was rich. I guess you can buy your way out of prison. Then relocated to Ecuador, in 2007, just a year later. reopened the same deal and was found in violation, coinkedinkly, of terms of his probation concerning the FDA thing, and for all I know, owning missiles or whatever, who knows, in Ecuador, because, you know, nothing could happen. Then at a checkpoint got arrested in Ecuador and thrown in prison in 2009. 2010, long after the 3-year probation and all the other stuff would have been over with if he had just stopped trying to evade justice and just stopped doing, hey, 3 years, don't kill anybody with alternative medicine, we won't throw you in prison. Still couldn't do it. So 2010, 4 years after the 3 years probation announcement and decision, sentenced to 24 months in prison because of violating something from 2006 that he could have just served out by not breaking the fracking law, by not doing stuff that puts people at risk, by lying to them about medicine, by lying, by marketing, by multi-level marketing, by pyramid scheming people to death with alternative nutrition, alternative foods or designer foods, and alternative medicine. This unnamed individual that went under the name James Carr, which is a completely generic name and is not the name of the person, it's an alias. For the same reason my channel name is Waptek and it's an alias for my real name. The entity Waptek can be insulted and can defend itself. But the real me, with my actual legal name, isn't going to be entered in this, no matter how many people try to get me to freaking give them my information through doxing. To all you pyramid schemers out there that don't care if you kill your medical customers, next. Black salve, Casamina, I can't pronounce it. Drawing materials, alt medicine, escharotic, cancer treatment that destroys all skin tissue and creates a black scar that falls off. See also people immediately complaining that radiation treatment causes that. So you're not better than what you're an alternative to, except that you're cheaper, unregulated, not medically supervised, and you think it kills only skin cancers or other cancers, draws them to the surface and kills them. Magical belief systems. Okay, now we're going to talk about the shotgun method. I know how to remove every virus from your computer. Erase it. Back up all your data you care about. Run that through the virus scanner only. Erase the computer. Reload it with a restore partition the Flaming Dragon has available. And many of you do. You just don't know it. You don't know it. That's literally called the shotgun method, otherwise known as nuke and repave on a computer. Because it works, it's expedient, it's fast, but it doesn't actually destroy anything. As long as you make sure you make a list of the operating system you're using and you legally or not legally can install it, and you have the drivers to install it, and you retain all your files, and you don't forget where your files are. Because that's the one thing people forget. Well, I don't know where my files are. Well, if your computer isn't working, it's really hard to find it. See, that's an example of a shotgun method. Destroy everything and start over. Cutting off your nose to spite your face. You can have a lump in your skin or a dot or a color change caused by literally thousands of different things. Only a few of them are going to be cancer. And unless you are a cancer treatment doctor, having someone with an alias James Carr be your cancer doctor is dumb. Get a cancer doctor. You can get nearly but not quite free treatment for a lot of skin cancers. Why? It's skin deep. I'm going to bring up my medical problem that I've had recurring. They're sometimes called Job's disorder. Don't look that up, especially with image search. Otherwise known as, well, disgustingly named cropping boils or recurring Staphylococcus aureus or recurring skin infections. It's caused by an immune system deficiency that makes it to where your immune system isn't deficient, it's just stupid. It doesn't respond to bacterial infections fast enough. My immune system is slowing down or whatever, and it's within the family. Thankfully, none of my siblings currently have this problem. Anyway, what it means is that if I get an infection, my immune system doesn't even try to fight it sometimes. Or it could just be an extremely aggressive form of bacterial infection called Staphylococcus aureus. No, it wouldn't be that. Anyway, the infection has the effect of destroying large amounts of tissue rapidly, creating lots of pressure. And my immune system finally, 8 years later, learned to fight it effectively enough that I no longer have to go to the hospital normally. X number of months ago, I had to go in and they had to cut out a lot of tissue because it was dead. It's not cancer. It formed a lump and it hurt, and it wasn't going to go away. That's real. That happened. And it will happen again because my immune system is still, even after 8 years of this happening recurrently and finally dying down last year, I'm still going to get these things because my immune system is genetically predisposed not to fight, of all things, a bacterial infection that's normally pretty common. That's it. It's not MRSA, but it's very similar to the superbug MRSA. Methicillin-resistant Staphylococcus aureus. Now, why am I bringing this up? What's the treatment for it? Incision, drainage, irrigation, and excision. Excision is when they cut out a chunk of you because it's dead, and then fill in the space either with a transplanted section of tissue, skin graft, muscle graft, or they put an artificial material in, like literally cotton batting, sterilized, filled with antiseptic to kill off the last of it and allow your body to reform tissue by deliberately aggravating it enough that your body keeps growing tissue back. It works rather well. That last one works very well because the tissue that forms is granular and then scar tissue. Scar tissue has almost no chance of getting infected again unless it's internal or permanently necrotic or has a low blood flow. Neither of which happens when your body's literally making brand new tissue. My immune system may be screwed, but my ability to form this tissue is still there. Now, this is an example of something I am very much aware of and absolutely well versed in. And I still go to the hospital because I know when I am not healing. I'm also stubborn. I also know that if I ever win the lottery, I'm going to have them go through and remove all the scar tissue and do all the skin grafts from everywhere they have to never let it come back. I'm not going to do it on myself because doing medical surgical procedures on yourself is insane. Because it is. Now let's get back to people trying to cure cancer, not a bacterial infection that literally is supposed to only go skin deep and in most cases really doesn't go any deeper. Let's talk about cancer. Cancer isn't one thing. It's hundreds, thousands of different things with completely different prognoses, different sensitivities, etc. In general, very, very generalized, very badly stated here, skin cancers are the easiest ones to treat by just going to a doctor because they literally remove the mass of material that's causing the problem. And it usually, not always, but usually is a focal point of tissue because it's skin. If it metastasizes, meaning it's gone throughout the body by whatever method, through the lymphatic system, circulatory system, whatever, then you're in deep trouble for any cancer. And I'm being very general here. The only thing that makes this normally easily treated cancer absolutely lethal is not getting it treated correctly. You have to have the tissue removed and biopsied after it's all out to make sure it's not one of the more peculiar kinds of cancer. Or you can just go on the internet, self-diagnose, not know what the heck you're doing, refusing to admit that you don't know what you're doing, and take a potentially easily treated cancer over here that you don't see and instead treat something else. This one gets loose. Half the people you see on YouTube with videos showing horrible scarring, complaining of massive pain by using black salve, casimia, or whatever it's called, black zinc oxide, chloride, sanguinarine, blah, blah, blah. Half of them aren't treating a cancer. They're treating a tissue mass that's grown up that is sometimes called a cyst. That's all. They didn't get it diagnosed, so they don't know whether it's cancer or not. I'm cured. No, you probably never had it. On the other hand, they may be treating a large area because they think they'll kill off all the cancer in their face and they burn off most of their face. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck with that. Don't use this shit.